Welcome to E-Typical Queens, a place to be reviews. I am Pete here with you. Today we are talking about Marvel Studios maybe shelving Ant-Man and the Wasp. If you'll excuse me, quite parched before we break into this from WeGotThisCovered.com, article by David James. Now, after being notably absent from Avengers Infinity War, Scott Lang's Ant-Man went on to be one of the key drivers of the plot of Endgame. Large parts of the film were told from his perspective. He provided many of the funniest moments, and it was his return that gave the surviving heroes an idea of how to reverse Thanos' snap. Despite that, don't expect to see Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly's Ant-Man and the Wasp back on screens anytime soon. Now, this is kind of news to me because based on the Roger Wardell tweets, I'm reaching back for a script here from a couple episodes ago, episode 34 actually, when the Wardell tweets came out, and he had stated that Black Widow, The Eternals, Black Panther 2, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange 2, Thor 4, Captain Meh 2, Nova, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Ant-Man 3 were all 10 confirmed films for Phase 4. So, that being said, Ant-Man is out. What are they going to replace it with? There's a bevy of other options that are kind of listed on this sheet. And I've shared this picture on the Place to Be Reviews on Facebook, and I believe I tweeted it too. It shows Spider-Man Academy, the Wasp, Escape from the Microverse, Warlock, the Thunderbolts, which was kind of cool because on an episode of the podcast, Monica Laudy and I went through 10 villains that the new Cap, Falcon could face, and I said it would be really cool if they spent a season or 6 or 8 episodes kind of hunting down and capturing the Thunderbolts, and then the end of the season, Doctor Doom comes in, boom, breaks the Thunderbolts out, and that would lead into a solo Doctor Doom movie, which would be awesome, but that not even in the cards. But a Thunderbolts title is on here. Fantastic Four, which has been kind of confirmed for 2022. Spider-Man Dimensions, Spider-Man Academy, Ant-Man versus the Masters of Evil. I think that was the one that was supposed to be Ant-Man 3, but now it's looming on the brink of not happening and getting unplugged. And also there was a script commission for the Dark Avengers, and they were also developing a New Avengers and a Young Avengers script. So that's just some kind of stuff that was going on. It kind of ties into this article from We Got This Covered about them shelving Ant-Man and the Wasp. The article goes on to say, the news comes courtesy of the Marvel Scoop Master on Reddit, who recently posted a convincing-looking breakdown of Marvel Studios' slate for the next few years. Their information, which has been verified by the mods, fits with everything we've seen and heard about the studio's future direction. So right now, I don't see any reason to doubt him. So this is, of course, just speculatory. Did I have Shang-Chi on that? I believe I did. Let me check. Yes, I did have Shang-Chi. Okay. Because it goes on to say, when one fan pointed out that our pint-sized heroes were noticeably absent from the list, the Marvel Scoop Master's response was, in the wake of Endgame acquiring the Fox characters and their desire to launch new IP like the Eternals and Shang-Chi, speaking of which, Marvel Studios were inevitably going to have to shelve some characters, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, and presumably their supporting cast, are on the chopping block. One commenter wondered whether this meant they'd still appear in other MCU movies, and while a few cameos do seem possible, the Marvel Scoop Master says that we should only expect to see them in a diminished capacity for the next little while. I don't like that, because the Ant-Man 1 and 2 were both excellent movies. Not perfect movies by any stretch of the imagination, but very enjoyable, more lighthearted. And as we go over here and look, 82% critics, we don't really count that, but Ant-Man was 86% audience score. Ant-Man lost 76, and this is the lowest rated MCU film right here. And that, of course, it was a quote-unquote billion-dollar success story that shattered glass ceilings and expectations because they sandwiched it between Infinity War and Endgame. So, I mean, I don't really see why they're going to push forward with something like this. I mean, yeah, financial success, that's not going to happen twice. You don't have another movie to prop that up on. So, that's not going to happen. And, hi, buddy. All right, you're gonna have to go. And there's the first appearance by one of my cats. Yeah. So I don't see, and I don't have the box office numbers for Ant-Man the Wasp. I mean, obviously they weren't as big as Captain Meh, but like I said, that they propped that movie up so much. It moved the goalpost. You know, we know the story. We know the history. I've talked about it ad nauseum, as has everybody else in the fandom menace. Just to raise awareness about how shady that entire situation was. It says, though unfortunate, this news doesn't come as a huge surprise. After all, both Ant-Man and the Wasp are relatively low-grossing films by the standards of the MCU, and neither of them are particularly memorable, though they're far from bad movies. Still, as Endgame proved, Paul Rudd is excellent at both dramatic and comedic moments, so while I'm sure the Marvel Cinematic Universe will survive without him, it's definitely a notable loss. Plus, this probably means no more amazing Michael Pena narrated flashbacks, and that's perhaps the greatest shame of all. Well, no, the greatest shame would be losing this character. So I'm kind of looking at the reactions here that this article's got, and 56% are angry, 31% sad, 0 excited, 0 amused, 6% unmoved, 6% happy. That's 16 votes. Let's see. I'm sure if this is true, it's just because Ant-Man and the Wasp will have a significant role in the new Avengers lineup. Damn, I hope they would do at least one more Ant-Man movie to finish Scott's story along with the other characters' stories somewhere down the line to make a trilogy. Also sense of Cassie's future as a hero. Maybe the MCU will shelve it forever until they get the story right to bring us closer to the series. Yeah, I don't think it's worth shutting that series down for just because reasons. What are you going to move in its place? Miss Marvel, Squirrel Girl. It doesn't make sense to me why they would shelve these characters. So there. I'm sorry for the interruption, but I'm not pausing it. I had to free somebody. Yeah, I don't see this as a good idea considering what they're looking at moving forward. Let's scroll down here. I don't get hit with anything. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a good idea. To me anyway, because it's not like people are not wanting to see Paul Rudd. Evangeline Lilly, with a lot of fans, at least the people I talk to are either hit or miss. I don't mind her. I liked her on Lost, as bad as Lost got. I liked her character anyway. She was good as the Wasp. She got her. She kind of overshadowed Paul Rudd a little bit in the second movie, but that's the way it was written. So I'm gonna have to look into this Marvel Scoop Master and see if I can put something together on that Reddit thread, as I have this article saved. So I'll be looking into that for another video. Speaking of which, like, share, subscribe. Got some good, a lot of content up in the last couple days. Some interviews from Holton Lake Con, which was a blast. Monica and I had a blast being out there for 3 days. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to the Northern Event Center and Randy and Dakota for putting that on for sure. New subscribers. Let me reach over here, grab my notepad. Admiral Tiberius, Mary, and Rebecca Frost, thank you for subscribing. We're up to 43 as of this recording right now. That's 15 in the last 28 days, as I just checked my analytics. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. A lot more coming down the line. We're gonna do some big things here. So you just keep it tuned right in here to the Place to Be Reviews. You can find us right here, Evangeline. It's the Place to Be Reviews on YouTube, at the Place to Be RE1 on Twitter, TP2BR, the Place to Be Reviews on Instagram. Also, the Place to Be Reviews on Facebook. I said once we hit 1,000 likes on that, we'll do a Facebook group. We're at like 200 and I think around 244 likes. So let's say we'll say 500 likes. We'll do the Facebook group for the page. So go over to Facebook, like the page, The Place to Be Reviews. You can email us at theplacetobereviews@mail.com. Yeah, that's about everywhere we are. You can find our podcast, The Place to Be Reviews, on Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean as well. We just uploaded episode 36, the Holton Lake Con Hangover episode. That is up, and speaking of which, it's about 1 a.m. where I am. So wherever you are, I hope you're having a great night, morning. Shout outs to our viewers, of course. Alex, Chris Wicks, Tony, everybody out there in the fandom menace. Keep fighting the good fight. It was like I didn't know what to do with my hands because it's extremely late and I am exhausted. Stay tuned for another video tomorrow. We're going to be talking a little bit about franchise fatigue, and I know this has been talked about, but I'm going to just kind of throw my 2 cents in on it, as I like to do. You know how that goes. So thank you for watching. I am P. Evangeline, and I am gone till later on.